My name is Natascha Adams, and I am the museum manager of the Heritage Museum in Independence. The grand opening is happening April 30th, and we're just so excited to finally get to open the doors to the new facility. And this facility, I think, is special because it's closer to downtown, and it really is becoming a place to tell the stories of this community and to tell the stories from all the way back, including the Kalapuya, who have been here for time and memoriam, until very recent history. We have a brand new logging drone as part of one of our exhibits. So we really are trying to include as many different aspects of this community as possible. And that also allows us to highlight maybe some of the parts of our community that have been a little bit tricky in the past. And I think for us as a museum, we're not here to give you an opinion. We're here to give you the stories and the information for you to walk out of here with new thoughts and for things to be percolating. And I think that is the job of our museum, is to just make you see the community in a way that maybe you've never thought of before.
It's going to be a wonderful telling of the story of independence. It's moved way beyond a collection of cool stuff. It's truly a story of our community.
So one of the best things about the new location is we are setting up some very familiar exhibits that people will recognize, but we're also working to put up exhibits that people haven't seen because they were hiding in the basement, and to tell those personal stories. For example, we have a clock that used to hang in the old Independence Laundry on East Street, and the family that donated it had this story about how it had been in the Dunkel family for a long time, decades, and hung in the laundry. And another family, the Bakers, walked in one day and said, "What would it take to get this beautiful old clock?" And he said, "One that works." And so they brought in their cheap kitchen clock and traded it on the spot, and then it stayed in their family for decades. And just those intimate looks at people's lives and families that know each other and still have connections here, and to be able to help tell those stories and put them up on the walls and share them is a privilege.
We're really excited to produce exhibits that are a little more interactive. We have plans going forward, not just what you see here on opening, but rotating exhibits, things a little bit more interactive, more multimedia. And I think people will really be excited to see some of the interesting stories that are buried in the history of this town and the impact that we've had as a small community on the state at large.
Not only do we want to tell the stories, we want to hear your stories. And that's what the grand opening is part of as well, and why the grand opening is so exciting. It may be that you've lived here for generations and you have stories that no one has heard or have gone forgotten, or it may be that you moved here 3 months ago and you found something really crazy in your attic and you don't know what it is, or you want to know the history behind it. And we're going to have this booth at the grand opening where you can bring that thing or that document and share it with us. And then we'll get to follow up later and talk to you more about what that is and what the stories are that you want to share.